All right, so right now I'm with Anthony Showtime Pettis.
Anthony Pettis is the UFC lightweight champion of the world.
World champion, UFC, you already know. He just quit drinking alcohol himself. What's your favorite thing about being a sober person?
The clarity, man. Honestly, like when you're in that, for me, I've been through a roller coaster of life. Highs, lowest lows, and drinking just came along with that, especially coming from Wisconsin. I feel like it's attached to everything we do. Like alcohol is part of like going and watch football, watching the fights. When I decided to go sober, actually 3 months ago, the first 2 weeks was rough, you know, because it's like a adjustment because you think people are judging you. And man, like once I got past that like phase of not caring what people thought about me, my clarity of my career, my relationship with my daughter, my relationship with my fiance, my relationship with my mom, everything started, you could just tell it was better. I started losing weight, I started getting confidence, and you know, I'm a world champion, so like the confidence was already there, but it's just an extra jump when you are in control of your own body, you're in control of your own thoughts, you're in control of your own mindset, you're in control of like the real actions you take, man. So I mean, honestly, I had so much good stuff from quitting drinking. Like, and I'm trying to get my little brother to do the same thing, but it's kind of a personal choice. Like once you decide to do it, it has to be your choice. And that's where I'm at right now, man. I'm enjoying the journey.
Appreciate that statement, man. Thank you. All right, so people always ask me, like, Eric, why'd you even quit drinking? And the thing what happened is April 11, 2013, I got arrested for getting in a bar fight and I broke a man's jaw and I just kept beating him. I just didn't want to be that person anymore. And previously, I got arrested for getting in bar fights. And honestly, just true transparency, there's be times where I just got my ass whooped. But the thing was, I was sick of just getting those situations for fighting bouncers, fighting people, hurting people, and then getting myself hurt too. I didn't want to keep going down a dark path. So that's really why I quit drinking alcohol. What's going on, y'all? So I just got done hitting legs and shoulders, and today I want to talk about something that's dear to my heart, and that is 11 surprising things that happened when I quit drinking alcohol for good. All right, so number one, it's been 2,843 days since I've had a hangover. That was the last time I drank alcohol, almost 8 years ago. April 11th of 2013 was the last day I had a sip of liquor, and every day I feel amazing. That's one of the benefits. All right, so let's move on to number two. Number two is that I finally achieved my dream body, that magazine cover model body, and I feel like I'm not prematurely aging. Have you ever noticed that like there's people that are 25, 30 years old and you ask them like, how old are you, like 40, 42? Like, no, I'm 25 or I'm 27. You just know that they drink their problems away, their insecurities away, and I was headed toward that path. I was just drinking, cut all that off, and I just feel like I'm aging gracefully. I worked on my body since I was 11 years old, but there was so many years from like all my college years where I was building muscle, I was built, looked good in clothes. You know, I looked like an athlete, but I could never get shredded. I could never finish the mission. It was just because it was insanity. I was doing the same things over and over and over, year by year, and expecting a different result. Monday through Friday, I would meal prep, I would eat healthy, I would go to the gym, I'd hit the weights hard, but then Friday night after my lift, you better count on me and the boys going out. We're going to the club. Saturday, we'd be having brunch, and then for the summer, you better believe we're going for Sunday fun day, drink all day, boats, things like that, and then we just eat like crap Sunday night, and then we're like, all right, well, time to get back in the gym, and then insanity. I finally spent a lot of alone time by myself. I was no longer afraid to just be me. So basically, I learned to not have a fear of rejection, and I don't really give a shit what nobody thinks about me because I love me. And that's not in an egotistical or arrogant way. It's just because I have so much self-awareness with myself that I'm me, and I'm gonna keep doing that. So many people in this world truly don't know who they are because they're always around people. They never have alone time. They're always, you know, drinking to get away from their problems, their insecurities. And I know what it's like to just spend time alone and be quiet and meditate and just really understand who I am and, you know, what I'm all about. Moving on to number four, which rolls off of number three, is when I spent so much alone time, I really got to understand and realize who my real friends were, right? Because what I found out was me being a partier, I was going out 4 or 5 times a week. I just dealt with my problems with alcohol and weed and other stuff like that. that misery loves company. I was a bartender, I was a promoter, it was the lifestyle downtown. So you're the cool guy, everybody wanted to hang out with you. That's how we hung out, is what we did. But once I stopped drinking, crickets. I can literally count on 5 fingers, not including my family, who still hits me up to this day, just like, hey bro, I know you don't drink, but like, you wanna go lift weights, you wanna go hoop, you wanna go to the movies, do something like that. All my real friends, who are they? I lost them all. The real friends that I have today, I wouldn't trade them for the world, because we're actually moving. We're moving in the right direction. You're an average of the 5 closest people that you hang around with. So when I was just partying, drinking, having nothing going in my life, making $18,000, $20,000 a year, now look who I hang out with. People who are excited about waking up early. They hit the gym every day. They're healthy. They're great dads. They're great husbands. Like, we're doing things. We have lives of freedom. Like, we're going for our goals. We have visions for our life. Benefit number 5, I'm being the best husband and father that I could possibly be. Like, if we talk about just my relationship with my lady, I can count on 5 fingers in 3 years how many times we've raised our voices at each other. Back in the day when I used to drink, my relationship used to be based off of physical attraction, honestly sex, just partying and drinking together. And then before you know, it was just, we never really liked each other for each other. We just had a good time. We'd come home and then we just argue. But when I stopped drinking, I really got to grow and learn about myself. And then I became the person that I wanted to attract, and who my lady is, the beautiful. You'll put a picture of her, Mandy. You know, she's got everything that I've ever wanted in a woman. So that's another thing, is I'm being the best husband and father that I could possibly be. So when it comes to becoming the person that I wanted to attract, I got me a lady who doesn't drink, she doesn't smoke, she doesn't party. We talk about our problems, we communicate. There's no more just like, oh, I hate you, I'm gonna go drink my problems away, I need a glass of wine. It's just like, no, let's sit down, let's talk. All right, so now we're gonna move to number 6, and that has become my love for reading personal development books. This is coming from a man who literally did not read one book throughout college, and then also high school. I was that dude who always found a way to either cheat on a test or like find a summary and then write a report and get an A on it. Now that I'm reading about stuff that is really enhancing me as a grown man and develop me to being a better husband, father, business owner, etc., I love reading. And then on top of that, that reading has moved me in a direction to start my own business. Just 4 years ago, I was working at Ruby Tuesdays for $18,000 to $20,000 a year. Fast forward 4 years later, I now work from home. I have not stepped in a job for 4 years. Get to work with my ideal clients, helping people transform their bodies, and I'm making over 10 times the amount of money doing what I absolutely love. My life has changed because of my love for reading and personal growth, and making a decision to use that information and start my own business. So let's move on to number 7. Number 7 is just how confident of a person that I truly am today. Just because, like I said before, is since I spent so much alone time together, I don't give a shit what nobody thinks about me. I am truly me, and that's what I'm gonna live for. But back in the day, I know so many people can relate. I was that gym bro. I looked good, my body was good, I dressed nice. Whenever we were gonna go out, which was a lot, I would always have to have a couple more beers or a couple more shots just to get loosened up to go out. And then you figure, right when you get in, we loose, we hanging out, and then before you know it, like, nope, I must not be loose enough. Hey, damn, look at these girls. Well, let's go get some shots first, because we gotta loosen up some more. We get some shots, some beers, and before you know it, we there at the club at like 11:30, closes at 3 or whatever, and before you know it, now we're rushing like, oh, we only got an hour left. I need to go get loose, even some more, so I can finally go talk to these girls. And before you know it, it never failed. I'd be leaving my guys like drunk as hell with no girls, waking up in the next morning on my guy's chest. So we got Doritos and pizza all over our face, and that's the only person we came home with that night. Did we get any last night? Nope. So now we're gonna move on to number 8. This one's short and punchy. Is I realize how much of a leader I am. How many people have an insecurity of not drinking? When I tell people, hey bro, you wanna drink? Nah, I'm cool, man, I don't drink, but thank you very much. People, they look at me like there's a problem that I don't drink, like something must be wrong, like he must have a dark past or he must have got DUI. Like, how about the fact that I'm just a healthy person? I wake up super early, have big goals, you know, I got an amazing life, I have great energy, I'm happy. So now we move into number 9, and it's just straight to the point. I save so much money that I don't drink alcohol. I remember back in the day, everything adds up. I'm talking about, it was the weekend. I mean, I drink throughout the weekdays too, so you think about the weekday drinking and then the weekend drinking, going out for drinks, buying drinks for girls, doing bottle service. I had to get bottles. So look, you know, Jersey Shore, GTL, you know, I had to buy a fresh new outfit every single way. I was insecure like that, where like, dude, I had to buy new clothes, new shoes, get a haircut every single way, which I still do. It's good to stay fresh, just for the purposes of going out and whatever we are doing based on having a good time around liquor. You can't forget about this. No more drunk texting or drunk calling. Man, how many times, like, you know, I'd be talking to a girl and I didn't want to sound needy or sweater. Like, man, I'm gonna play it cool. Do not hit her up. Go out with my friends and then we, you know, thinking I'm gonna see her out or something like that. And you know, at the end of the day, like, we hang out or, you know, spend the night together. And then sure enough, She didn't show up. I ain't getting no text. Thought she would, you'll see my location where I checked in on Facebook or something. And it's 3:30 in the morning. I'm in bed like, don't do it, don't do it. Like, hey, what you doing? Crickets, don't hit me back for shit in the morning. And I wake up after I'm all drunk like, oh, I did it. Lesson learned. Fast forward next week. Don't do it, don't do it. 3:36 in the morning. What's up, what you doing? Crickets. Number 11. I plan life around life, not alcohol anymore. Back in the day, there had to be alcohol present for us to have a good time. If I walk into a room or a social gathering, even my own family's house, and I noticed that people weren't drinking, I'm like, what's going on? This is lame, this is boring. I would literally leave birthday parties with my family or family gatherings because it was too boring. There was no liquor to get drunk. And that's just not the case anymore. Now, I plan life around life and having the best memories that I possibly can with my son, my lady, my family, and my closest friends without alcohol. What it's like to truly just enjoy life without being messed up all the time. Oh shit. All right, this is my boy Johnny. Johnny,
y'all?
This is about what, 7 years with no liquor?
7 years, like 3 days ago.
Just give us one of your favorite things that you...
Honestly, I get to wake up. I don't gotta tell my kids to leave me alone. Just being a better dad, man. Just, you know what I'm saying? I enjoy just playing basketball with my daughter. Thursday night, everybody went out. You remember going out on Thursday night back in the day? And hung over like, oh, I'll leave dad alone. And no, like I get to wake up. I don't have headaches. I don't feel sick. Plus it's healthy, nutrition. It's what I do for a living. It's what he does for a living. He actually inspired me. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not saying this because I'm on his camera or nothing, but he's about 6 months before I did. So it was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. And then I got bodybuilding. You know what I'm saying? And now we work out at the gym.
All right, so that's the message of today. I really hope that you found it inspiring and maybe some of y'all needed to hear this message. If you really enjoyed this video, just give it some love, like, comment, heart, tag somebody, share it. Or if you know somebody that's going through a rough time with alcohol, this may be something that they really need to see. I really appreciate y'all always giving me love and watching my videos. This is Eric Zapata with Eric Zapata Fitness, and I'll see you in the next one.